Okay, I'm going to compare two of my cameras, and one is GoPro 11 and the other one is Ace Pro 2. I know what you're thinking, it's like, why don't you compare it to GoPro 13? It's much better, but well, I don't have GoPro 13. No one is giving me these cameras, I have to buy them myself. This is more for people like me who already have a camera and are wondering if the Ace Pro 2 is better. Oh, we'll see. No, I didn't film these side by side, I'm not that crazy. I filmed those on different days, but I tried to match the same settings as close as possible. So here we are, let's go. Okay, let's start. So it's a night, but well lit scene. GoPro 11 does pretty decent job. No problems. Ace Pro, it's brighter, but I would say they are the same. Now GoPro 11 outside, when it's really dark. This is the same place, same lights, with Ace Pro pure video mode and zoomed in. Now this is the toughest test. I did pull out my GoPro 11. I cannot even see anything on the display. Okay, so this is the same angle, but with Ace Pro 2. Ace Pro obviously does much better job here. No, so basically GoPro 11 goes pretty well up to some point. As soon as you got over certain light, then it just goes really bad. But Ace Pro 2 can have its own issues too. This is during the daylight, and I kind of prefer the GoPro 11 during the daylight. I don't know. You can judge yourself. I think it has a still smoother stabilization, especially when I'm walking, right? So again, street, not that big difference actually. Well lit place, GoPro 11 does pretty good job. I have HDR on and you can kind of see it. It has this weird HDR contrast, like in 2008 we were all playing with the HDR pictures, and this is what it is basically. What's the time? It has this kind of weird effect sometimes, not always. I'm not a big fan of that. Well, hopefully you see something here. Well, anyway, in general I would say GoPro 11 does pretty good job up to a certain point. Then when it gets really dark, it just bottoms and you cannot see anything. But surprisingly, in like a lit street during the nights, the GoPro 11 is not bad. It does a good job. So, I wouldn't necessarily say that it's must upgrade. Ace Pro 2 is definitely a better camera, but the jump, it's not that huge. And then during daylight, I kind of sort of like more the GoPro 11, the image of it. So the stabilization doesn't seem to jump all over the place. I was moving the same way in both of my GoPro video and Ace Pro 2, which is kind of like shaky and walking. And I think GoPro 11 is more stable. The audio is actually not that bad from GoPro 11.
It's always raining in Kyoto. We've been here and I had the hot chocolate.
Now the Ace Pro has the voice enhancing mode.
Monday morning, 11 o'clock.
It's actually quite good, especially in a really noisy environment. You can still hear your voice.
Okay, let's test the audio when everyone is talking. So can you hear me? Can you hear me clearly? I'm speaking so quietly that people around me cannot hear me.
So yeah, to be honest, this is actually quite impressive.
With the voice enhancement, it almost sounds like a little lav mic, even if you don't speak too loudly, which is excellent. But the sound from behind the camera, it's quite different. So this is the sound behind the camera, and because the main microphone is in front, it doesn't pick up that much, and it's kind of muffled. Well, everything is playing around. So there is music, there is speaking. So can you hear my voice? And I'm not speaking very loudly.
So these would be the probably biggest differences: the night mode and the audio isolation or isolation. So yeah, judge for yourself if that's something you really want. And this is basically my opinion. I do like Ace Pro 2, but I also like my GoPro 11. So there you go. Judge for yourself.